Yo, what's up, YouTubers and subscribers? Honda Drew here. Just trying to get back into the flow of this channel. I'm gonna start working on the suspension again today. I did a little bit of work yesterday on it. Kind of ran into some hiccups, some frozen bolts. So I soaked them in some PB Blaster overnight. We'll see what happens. I might have to torch them, heat them up to get them loose. We'll see. I also had to go to Harbor Freight and buy a couple of tools that I needed to finish this job. But anyways, yeah, let's chop it up for a second here. So this year I'm trying to figure out like how I want to structure this channel. I want it to be like super informative and help people along the way of like wrenching on their cars or whatever. But yeah, so some of the stuff that I'm like talking about and teaching you guys, some of it is like I'm like learning on the spot too. So there's like a lot of stuff I need to learn too. But anyways, so yeah, we'll go ahead and get to work. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to follow along with the restoration of this hatch. Well, you guys, as much as I really want to get all this caked up mud loose, it's just so caked on. I need like a straight up power washer, but I think I'm just gonna move forward with the install, unfortunately, until I get a power washer. I can't get this fully clean, so we're going to replace the whole strut here and this control arm right here. So yeah, I'll kind of walk you through it. Let me go get the parts. Oh yeah, we got new LCAs too as well. We're gonna change those out. All right, so here's our new suspension parts. Here's the LCA, our strut, and then our control. Well, it's like the camber arm, whatever you call that. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get to work. All right, guys. So just adjusting ride height for the back coilovers. Yesterday after installing one, I realized that it was way too low, so I'm going to adjust that. All right, so we also need to adjust our camber over here. So I guess I'm just going to try and make it as long as stock. So let's see. To adjust these, you just move this this nut right here. So yeah, I got this loose, and then you just kind of spin it however way you want to get length. You can also adjust it up here to get the length that you need. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust up here. All right, so I kind of got the length close to stock. So while I'm here, I might as well make this one longer too, pause, while I'm here, you know, before I throw it on the other side. That way everything's even while we go over there to the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this. Like I said, you just adjust these by these nuts right here, pause. And yeah, once again, so this is all just kind of like a rough estimate. When I find somebody to align this car later, he'll have the full adjustability with these. So I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I just want to get something close to factory so we can get this car to the alignment shop. All right, guys, so we're going to take the coilover first off. So we got this 14 right here. All right, so we got our 14 on. We'll loosen that up. All right, it's off. All right, so we got to come up top here and loosen this up. We got two on the strut tower up here. Go. And let's get the other one. Oh shit. Okay, we got it. Money. All right, so next I had to get the smaller gun so I can boot up in here. We're gonna get this 14 out. We're loose. All right, so as you can see, we're loose from here. This is like the camber arm or whatever it's called. I don't know the technical name, I'm sorry. But so our tailing arm here is still connected, but as you can see, that look how fluffed up that bushing is. We're gonna have to change that bushing eventually, but not on this video. But now we can kind of bring this tower down more and we can take the strut out. Bear with me, I'm trying to do it with one hand. There we go. All right, so there we go, we're out. Completely out over here. It looks good in here though. There's no like rust on the factory paint. It's just this caked up mud. I have no idea where the fuck this caked up mud came from. It's like tripping me out. But anyways, we'll move forward. So our next step is we got to release the lower control arm. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so I picked up some of this blaster. It's just kind of loosen up bolts, seized bolts. So because the lower control arms look kind of rusted, so we got to get this bolt loose. All right, let's spray a little bit right here, up in here. And hopefully that penetrates through. Okay guys, so I'm gonna try and get the LCA loose. This is where I had trouble with yesterday, but I got an extension now for the big gun. And hopefully it'll break this loose. Let's see. Nice. Hell yeah. Money. All right, y'all, so we got our bolt loose over there. We got one more 14 right here to release the lower control arm. So go ahead and grab my tool and get that loose. All right, so yeah, nothing to it. There we go, we're loose, we're out, pause. All right, so I'm using my jack here to help me support this, since I don't have my camber in right here, which I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in so it has some sort of stability, because I don't want to yank on my brake lines over here. So keep that in mind when you're doing something like this, guys. All right, guys, so since my LCA is off, I'm gonna go ahead and install this camber arm so it can kind of support the tail arm right here, because like I said in the last clip, just I don't want my brake line to get yanked on. These brake lines look like they're old. We'll change them out eventually. But yeah, so when you're doing anything that bolts to the chassis, thread it in by hand first, because you do not want to strip anything on the chassis. If you do, you're in big trouble. Not big trouble, it's just a big headache, because you're gonna have to try and clean that thread up. And I mean, it's on the chassis. So anyways, I'm gonna finish getting this bolt up, and then we'll install the LCA. All right, so tighten this up, nothing crazy. Snug. I'm not sure if there's a Torx spec for these. I'm sure there is, but you just want it snug. All right, so let's take a look at our lower control arm here. Look at these bushings. They're just completely shot. I'm glad I got a set of these lower control arms, because this is just terrible. But yeah, that's why we're doing this. We're rebuilding the whole suspension on this car. Here soon I'm gonna get new spindles too. Not spindles, but hubs, because this is broke right here. So we still got a lot of work ahead, but you know, little by little we'll make progress. All right, So there it is. LCA is installed. It was kind of hard. I kind of had to like use this, if you have another spare jack, to kind of support the brake caliper and the tail arm to bring it up and support that weight, and then kind of have to hit this with a hammer, like a mallet, to kind of bring it up to line up. Anyways, lining up this hole to the hole in the back with that bolt was very difficult, but yeah, we got it to go. So next we'll install the coilover. All right guys, so coilover is in, camber arm is attached again, LCA's on. I'm loving this red vibe going. Right now the car is black, but I'm gonna paint it all red again, back to its original color. As you can see, the chassis is red. But anyway, so let's go up top and tighten these bolts for the coilover. All right, so same ordeal here. Just thread them on first by hand before you wrench down on it. You don't want to cross thread anything. Just be gentle, take your time. You don't want to drop this bolt down there either. I'll get it. Come on. Cool. There we go. All right, got our 15. Just gonna kind of just gently torque it down. You don't want to beat on it. This impact will fucking bend the chassis. It's so strong. Should be good. Okay, so right now I'm trying to put a load on the like some weight on the coilover and the new suspension, LCA, and these bushings, and then I'm gonna loosen them and then tighten them, because I don't want these bushings to rip, because I over tightened them with without like a good load on it. Because if you tighten it too much and then set the car down and there's a heavy load on it, it can like rip the bushings. The bushings need a little bit of flex. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. But yeah, man, this car really needed some suspension work done. I'm glad I'm getting it done. So yeah, just look how beat up this stuff is, man. The car's gonna ride completely different when I'm done.